Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Laurenz and I am here with
Rachel Ward.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So we are here with VolStop, and we are here to talk about a great experience that we got to experience last Tuesday. We had the ability to talk to a few student athletes and a few coaches, and a few stuck out to us, and some things that they said stuck out to us. So we're here to talk about that today. So some of the athletes that we had to talk about were Jarryd Chaplin, the tennis coach, the women's tennis coach. Camden, Sewell, the right-hand pitcher for the baseball team, Hannah Jefcoat, the pole vaulter for the women's track team, and Joseph Maxwell, who's the shot putter for the men's track team. So let's start off with Jarryd Chaplin. He's the women's tennis coach. Yeah. What stuck out to you about what he said?
For me, what stuck out is this is his first season coaching the women's team, but it's full circle moment. He's been here before as an athlete, and I think it was cool too. He's from Australia, which you can tell. But a lot of the women's players are from out of the country, so I was thinking, that's a good way for him to connect on his first season here with a lot of the players who are in the U.S. at college, away from home, far away from home. And he was really humble too. We mentioned, they're a top 20 ranked team now, or 22nd ranked team, beating top 20 teams, and we asked him, how does that success, what does that mean to you? And he said, I'm just starting here. The success is not my own. It's everyone that's come before me. So
I completely agree. I love that he's very passionate about his job. He's played tennis for a while. He loves tennis, and just for him to have the ability to come back and coach something that he loves, he really shows that he admires it very much. So go ahead.
We asked him too, what does it mean to be back here? And he said it was surreal. He said he didn't know the opportunities would come, but he appreciated where he was at the time, but there's nowhere he'd rather be than Knoxville and back home. So
he said he was fine where he was at, but this is even better.
Yes.
So
like home.
The next person that we got to talk to was Camden Sewell, the right-hand pitcher for the men's baseball team. So what stuck out to you about him?
I think initially I heard Camden Sewell, and I thought, his ERA was the lowest last year in true freshman history. So he already had that confidence. People know who he is. He has that swagger in him. But we noticed he was super humble, and conversation wasn't about him.
Most definitely. For me, it was just every question that we asked, even if it was like, hey, Camden, how are you? It was always like the team. He's very team oriented, and he loves the team. He loves the sport. So that's what really stuck out to me, because you see team players, but he's like ultimate team player.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask a question myself.
And I think too, Coach Vitello, he's kind of risen this Tennessee baseball team into a national competitor, especially the last few years. And so Camden said the biggest message Coach Vitello gives to his teams is you have to learn being comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think, Camden is a sophomore but already a team leader, and he's going to make sure his guys are comfortable being uncomfortable. So
most definitely. So the third person that we have to talk to, maybe the most interesting, was Hannah Jefcoat, and she's a pole vaulter for the women's track and field team. So how would you like to talk about
I got the opportunity to talk to Hannah a lot last week, one-on-one. She's an awesome athlete, very humble, and not a lot of attention goes to the pole vault, which it should. She, her freshman year, she ended the NCAA regionals. She entered the NCAA regionals in the last possible qualifying spot and did not make it to nationals. And she's a competitor, she's a fighter, so she started out her sophomore season in the outdoor. She made it to nationals. She grabbed that outdoor record, the whole program outdoor record, and then most recently in her junior year, she just captured third best in indoor program history. So she has big goals this season. She wants to go for that all-time indoor record, and she has another year left, and she's going hard. So
she's definitely something serious.
Yes.
I can definitely attend to that.
Yeah.
And one thing that she mentioned that really stuck out to me was that out of all the years that she's been here, she feels like this is the best team that she's played on. She said that they're very well spoken, and that they play very well, and that they condition very hard. They've never conditioned this hard before, or never been in this great of a shape before. So that really stuck out to me as well.
And she was talking about all UT sports as a whole, and was talking about how UT sports are rising in prominence. And she said we're all starting to come into ourselves, and we're practicing harder than ever. Hannah herself, she's upping practices, she's attacking her weaknesses. So going forth with the indoor season and all the outdoor seasons, she has that goal of grabbing that all-time record, and she wants to solidify herself as top 10 in the nation, which is pretty awesome.
I think she can do it.
I think she can do it too.
The last person that we had the opportunity to talk to was Joseph Maxwell, shot putter for the men's track team. So what stuck out to you about him?
Joseph is in his senior season, and he, he's been rising slowly each year. I think he has this, constant improvement. The second opener, they opened in Indiana and then went to Virginia Tech, and he grabbed that indoor shot put record, which is a big deal for him. And I thought he is just really excited for what's to come.
Most definitely. His enthusiasm when he talks, you really get that team captain vibe, because he's a team captain, but he's always been a team captain, which was something that I mentioned to him. I asked him, has it been any different, because you've always been like the leader of this team? And he said no. He said this is just another year for me. And he also mentioned that he's won bronze and silver.
He's looking for that gold.
His senior year, he's trying to get the gold.
And I think another thing that's interesting about Joseph is he's from Canada, but he came here and he just fell in love with Knoxville. He said, this is the place with the most opportunities for me. We asked him, is it hard being away from your family? Does your family love Knoxville? And he said his family got the chance to come with him on his recruiting visit, and they just loved it. They've come for one of his meets so far, but, he's found a home here. He's found, a great relationship with his throws coach, Coach Newell, and he said it's been a constant improving relationship over the years that's just developing more trust as he goes. So, and he's looking for, what are his goals?
He's looking for a gold. He's trying to get it. He's trying to be a national champion.
He said not only the SEC, but national.
National champion.
Yeah.
I think he can do it.
I think so too.
Thanks to all the people that we interviewed. You guys were great and amazing. Thank you to Rachel.
Thank you to Laurenz.
And we're out.